Hey, everybody, it's Phil. Um, so, as we all know, there's a lot of fear and hate and anger and blaming and all of that going on after the election. And more recently, we've been seeing a lot of assaults, harassment, and attacks on women and LGBTQ, Muslims, uh, Hispanics, everybody. And it's weird because it's so far away, right? You read about it in articles, and see pictures of statuses that people took and shared, and so you have the stuff going on, and some people are saying, oh, it's not a big deal, it's people are exaggerating, or hey, people want their safe spaces and trying to patronize a lot of people, in my opinion. So, but let me tell you just something that happened recently. Um, I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania yesterday for work, and I was shooting an event, and minding my own business. I don't really know these people. These are people that came in for this event. I had never met any of them before. And I was there with some peers, and we, were having this event. It was working out well, and I was shooting, and I had turned off the camera, and I was moving my setup, and somebody jumps in front of the camera, not knowing that it wasn't on, and yells Trump. And so I was like, okay, we're all right, I guess. And so I was going to move away and all that. And then he said something else. He said, you better figure out where your place is and stay there, boy. And I did not know how to react to that. Obviously, I was furious. I was angry. But I was shocked because this wasn't like a drive-by bigotry or drive-by racism. This was, in a place that we were supposed to be, in an event that we were hosting. And this person left immediately after they said that, and I went to go tell the people I was with, and they were furious. And they wanted to, I'm sure, go find him and let them know how they felt about what he just said. That was really rough. It was really rough, and it was really real. This didn't happen to some random person on Facebook or Twitter. This happened to me. And it's a real thing. This is happening to people. So if you find yourself looking at these status updates and saying, oh God, that's bullshit, or oh, this is, it's happening to random people, it's not. You know somebody now that it happened to. Whether you're a colleague or a friend or a family member, you know somebody now. Like, this is in your life now. It's certainly in mine. And it's crazy to me, So here's my question for you. For those that, this certainly isn't for the extreme people who have been, saying, chanting build the wall or get them out or this or that. This isn't for them. This is for the people who have been making excuses or just being silent and saying, it'll blow over. Don't worry about it so much. And get over it, which is apparently a popular favorite. I'm not going to get over this. I was severely shaken yesterday. I mean, that was in a public place. What if it was, I was walking somewhere with my gear and I did not have people around me? I don't know. I'm certainly not confrontational, but it would probably be outside of my control. So, that happened. And to those people, those that are not saying anything, those that are staying silent, what is it going to take for you to speak up? You already know somebody that this affected personally now. What is it going to take for you to say this is not something for people just to get over? What is it going to take so that you say, hey, this is something that we actually have to address? Is it going to take somebody to die? Is it going to take me to be injured? Or somebody else in your family? You know, do you have friends in one of these groups that's been targeted? Is it going to take them being in the hospital or in the ground? What's it going to take? I don't know where this goes from here. You know, there's a lot of people saying that they're allies, and I appreciate that very much so. It's good to know. But, I mean, at the point of recording this, Trump has not said anything about it. Not many people in Washington have, that I've heard. But, you know, this is something that's real, and I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know what it's going to take for it to stop. You know, but it's not going anywhere. And I found that out. So, I'm going to let my employers, my family know. They'll probably know before you see this video. But that really, it brought it home. You know, for business, I travel around the country a decent amount, not a whole lot. But, you know, it was funny because before we went to Pittsburgh, I was a bit concerned about going. I don't know the area. I know it switched from blue to red, and I thought, oh God, maybe there's people there that want to see harm come to me. Maybe not, I don't know, but I didn't know what to think about it. And then as the event was going on, I thought, oh, all right, this isn't that bad. And then this happened. So that's really going to impact how I feel about going other places. Now, I'm in Boston. I feel relatively safe here. But I'm not always going to be in Boston. And there's places in this country that are significantly less safe. So I'll ask again. For those of you who have been brushing this off, for those of you who have been dismissive or those that have chosen to stay silent, what is it going to take for you to speak up and actually do something?